Damn, son, where'd you find this?
BrickShots with Billy Antonio. For 50 more bricks. Ballin' like a with all these bricks. Welcome back, man. Episode 115 of BrickShots Antonio. That's the first time Chris has seen the intro live, so that's pretty exciting. I got Chicago in literally 4 hours, so that's going to be exciting. Getting on a plane. I love flying places. Antonio, how you doing, man?
Bro, I wish you would have told me you was going to Chicago. I would have snuck into where you were staying, bro. They got 2 beds in there.
Hey, if they had one, dude, we could cuddle. It's okay. Oh, shit, I'm sorry. Yeah, you're anti-gay. My bad.
Yeah. Yeah, man, we're canceled. Chicago sounds fun. I just
sleep over, dude.
My
you never like have a
brothers
sleepover with your brothers or your cousins or nothing?
all the time, bro. I was selfish though, bro. Like, I think my whole family was selfish actually, bro. Because I ain't never slept in the bed at none of my cousins. Now I'm thinking it. I was always on the floor, bro. And I really like sleeping on the floor now. Like, I can fall asleep on the floor, no problem, dog. And that, thinking back, that's because my cousins were selfish as fuck, too. They would not let me sleep on their bed. Bro. Like, hell
But if
no.
they was at your house, you'd be like, no.
Yeah, I had to return the favor. Nah, man, I think my grandma, I'm 100% certain my grandma made me sleep on the floor when I had company, too.
Oh, shit.
And I was just like, it's my room. But I'm straight, bro. I would have Chicago right now. It's warm and all that. It's probably dope. Sound like you're gonna stay downtown. So
yeah, like in the heart of Chicago. Yeah,
that sounds dope as hell. Birthday tomorrow, so you know what that is.
Yes, sir.
What
are you, big 32?
I have no idea, man. People keep asking me, and I think I got old enough where it ain't that I don't know, I just forget, and I'm being so serious when I say I don't know. And
like after 30, it's like, all right, yeah.
Whatever. Yeah, but you know, thank you guys. Let me see another year, but I don't really know. Chris, what's good with
you? Not a whole lot going on. I got a studio coming up on the 2nd for a coil back, and then opening for Tesla at the end of the month with LSD. Gonna be playing the House of Blues.
That sounds dope as fuck.
That's fucking awesome.
House of Blues is a dope venue too. Did you say Tesla?
Yeah.
Like
they were a big band
Tesla?
in the 80s. No, like the big metal band from the 80s.
Okay. All right. I was just making sure, clarifying for our black viewers. I got y'all guys. I knew, Chris. I knew. Not for real.
All right. This week. Also, I wanted to say, Tony, your hair looks really nice, man.
Thank you.
You got you. But this week we're going to start off a little different. I know we did some current events last week. This week's kind of been a little more chaotic, but we're going to keep the same flow. Short show, just kind of hitting some hard points and kind of moving on with our lives. But we're going to start this one off in the best spot we can.
Gentlemen, report to the baseline. To the baseline!
And we're back to the baseline. It's so hard, dude. It's so hard. But now that I got MC duties back again, now that my wife's done with her finals, good for her. Another fucking A.
Shout out to Brea.
Big shout out to her. But now that we're done with that, Antonio, let's talk about the Timberwolves Nuggets series. It was 2-0, and then now it is 3-2.
It's bad, bro. I heard Ant in the press conference saying, you know, I tip my hat to the Joker. He's the best player in the NBA. And I heard that and I was like, yep, it's over. Right.
Yeah.
But just gave up, man. I mean, and can you blame him, Billy? A 44-point album, and you still just like lose. And it's like, what else can I do? Karl Anthony Towns, nor Rudy Gobert show up for me. Cats are supposed to be. It's actually supposed to be Cat's team. If we're being realistic, Cat's been there longer. And this was Ants coming out playoffs like, hey man, you know, I got it. But Cat has been, you know, the P word version of his nickname or of his ending, bro. And that shirt is hard.
Thank you.
Shirt is hard, man. I feel bad for Ant, but he'll learn. It's trial and tribulations of being a star, bro. Like, you're not always gonna have the supporting cast around you. It's hard. It's hard to get that. It's hard to build a great supporting cast, but like,
Right.
he finding that out early. Tomorrow might be the end of the playoffs for the Timberwolves, and if that is so, then we might as well go and crown our champions and the Nuggets again. But that's just me, though. I don't think Boston give them one game, maybe. Butler, shout out to Butler. Butler said 2, but ain't gonna be hard, bro.
Yeah.
Even if Kristaps come back, too little, too light in the ass. It's over with. It's over with. I could be wrong though, Chris. Am I wrong or?
No, I think Denver probably got a little bit comfortable after all their playoff success in the recent years, and including this one, and they found a tenacious young team that was hungry, and they kind of got knocked back into taking the shit seriously, and then Joker, I guess put the team on his back, said we're not losing another fucking game, and he's done well since the
fucking
first
Tebow.
Yeah, so
No one's gonna fight
I don't know.
better.
I'm with Tonio on this one. I think Minnesota had a nice showing in this playoffs, but it's like the Kings last year. I don't think they're ready for this spot. I think they're still too young. I also want to echo Tonio's sentiment. I don't think Cat's not the Robin to Ant's Batman. I think they got to find somebody that can play better with Ant, play off of Ant, and Cat's not that guy. Ant's fucking incredible though. He's so fun to watch play.
He is, bro. I like that. He's like, yo, stop comparing me to Jordan. I'm not him. Yeah. I like that. But
shit, I'm sure he took your heart when he came out before the series. So we're gonna get revenge for LeBron.
Hey, thank you, bro. Shit. But I think the Timberwolves might need to go in the bag, man, and see what they can give a Cat, bro. That's just me. I don't know. It's almost hard. I was telling Butler while I was cutting his hair earlier. I was like, bro, the big man in this league pissed me off really, really bad, bro. Like, you got Joel claiming to be the best one, and he's really, really good, but in the regular season. Like, postseason success has been, we've been looking for the process for like 10 years now.
Yeah.
Cat, same thing. Shit. Sabonis, playoffs. That gone. Rudy Gobert. He's not even good in the regular season. I don't know why they keep giving him the defensive player of the year. It's probably something to do with the American France peace treaty or some shit that we need to look up. It's something in the government, the reason why they keep giving that shit to him. That's the only reason why. That's
Wemby not winning it this year is still just fucking mind-boggling.
But isn't Wemby a Frenchman too?
He is, bro.
That's what's up with the treaty.
I think they just didn't want to give it to AD, bro. I really do. I think AD he guarded 1 through 5 billion, but that's not what we're talking about. I don't know why the fuck they keep giving it to him. Mike Conley, he's really old, bro. Like, he's not like diminished, but he's
still
really
good though.
In spurts.
Yeah.
And he's somebody that's good on the
I feel like he's like Chris Paul was with the Thunder. Is that fair?
Ooh. Yeah. No, that's really good. Yeah.
Yeah. Damn, McDaniel's really good. That's a really good piece there with Ant. Keep him. And Nas Reed. Maybe Nas Reed needs to start, bro. Maybe he shouldn't be a 6-man for the rest of the series.
Yeah.
Tomorrow night, hey, let's start him. Billy, what's the worst that can happen? We're already losing.
And you play in Denver, it doesn't fucking matter.
Yeah. So let's start Nas Reed. Where he lacks in maybe defense on the Joker is where he gains on offense on the Joker. He's a way better scorer than fucking Gobert. So I don't know. Maybe you do that. Maybe you switch it up, man. Maybe Tom got to figure something out. Got to figure it out quick, but I think it's too late. But you haven't spoken, so what you think?
No, so I was gonna say you guys did a great coverage of both of what you guys said. But I would just say coaching too. I think Mike Malone, for some reason, and we forget, he's the boogie whisperer too. He was the only guy that really got what he needed to get out of Boogie, and I think we're missing that. That's kind of a
wait. No. Not the only guy. Who was that guy? Who was with him in New Orleans?
Yeah, but he had that spurt too.
He was older and a little bit calmer then too.
Yeah,
you're right.
Young Boogie, nobody could control that until Malone came in.
Yeah,
and then, not even Cal.
Yeah,
no.
And then so that's what I was gonna say is Mike Malone. He has to be this coach whisperer, right? And then we're looking at like some of the antics of Jamal Murray, and people were questioning his character just because he did one thing out of character. Like it's literally.
I mean, that was really out of character.
No, that's what I'm saying.
He should have been suspended. Let me ask you this. I was going to ask you. I get it. It's a heat pack, but it's a heat pack, Billy. That's one of them things on a hardwood floor. Wrong person step on it. Oh, you going down. And you going down hard.
No, for sure.
And then he threw a second object on the floor that nobody's even talking about. But he threw two things on the floor and got $100,000 fine. And for a superstar like, well, not superstar, a star like Jamal Murray, $100,000, it's not. It's not.
If it was regular season though, he would have been suspended. I think they just didn't want to. They didn't want to take him out of the playoffs like that.
We didn't really cover that last week, but I think suspending Draymond for that one game for the little nut shot to LeBron, I think the NBA definitely is looking at that now and being like, yeah, that was probably a bad call. So I think they're probably trying to stay away from suspensions in the playoffs like that. But yeah,
you got a hypothesize, dude. The game that Draymond missed, and he was primarily guarding LeBron. LeBron scored 41.
Yeah.
Game 6, Draymond back. He guarding LeBron. I don't know if you watched, Chris. Billy, I know you watched.
Yeah.
Remind me how many points LeBron had?
I couldn't tell you. That was so many years ago, and I didn't think we were getting into this topic, so I would end.
Oh, I'll tell you right now. He had 41 again. So I get it, but at the same time,
you and I both know it's momentum. Momentum is real, man.
I get it, Billy, but at the same time, he's grown ass men making millions of dollars, bro. Compose yourself or shit. First, suffer the consequences. Did it change the series? Of course.
Yeah.
But that was his own. Did LeBron didn't make him kick him in the nuts. Like, he didn't make him kick them Steven Adams in the nuts twice that year. He made him kick, like, bro. Like, so I don't know. I mean, I get it. And Chris, y'all are 100% right. Both of y'all are right. They don't want to stop the momentum. But like I said, bro, we could play it out the other way as well. And shit, let's say a nugget let's say Joker slips and hurts himself on the fucking heat pack. Now he out for the series. Well, they're cooked.
That's it.
Like, they're cooked. So you gotta look at it from both angles. Like, Karl-Anthony Towns already injury prone as fuck. He hit it. Timberwolves done anyway.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like 100,000 is cool. I get everybody being angry because certain other players would have been suspended. I still feel like the NBA would suspend, but not big name. Draymond's a big name. If Draymond did some shit like that, he would have got suspended.
Yeah.
He would have got suspended.
All right, but let's go ahead and go to the other series in the West. Chris's Dallas Mavericks and the Clippers, a great series, or not the Clippers, excuse me, the OKC Thunder. Great series. So far, if we look at Game 3 too, before I enter, I'm gonna go ahead and start this one off. But before I go to Chris with it, if you look at every stat line, the Mavericks should have won that game until you look at they had a better 3-point percentage, they had a better field goal percentage, they hit more field goals, they hit more threes. Until they out-rebounded them offensively and defensively. Let me just throw that out there. But the one stat that they did not do was OKC hit 23 of 24 free throws, and Dallas hit 12 of 23. And that's the way OKC won that game. off of Luka's, which Tonio, you have been crushing Chris for. I'm just going to let Chris kind of defend his team here.
So the last couple of games have been rough. Seems like it's a series of blown leads for the Mavs. I think we were up by like 20 real early in this most recent game, and the lead was just blown. Luka's been stellar throughout his entire playoff career up to this point until this series. I'm not ready to just throw him out and say he's a bum, but he did have a shitty game, and he's had a shitty series so far. He can't buy a fucking basket right now, and Kyrie's playing a much more like team-oriented style than I feel like I've ever seen him play. He's doing well, even with LeBron, he was still like he was putting up 30. It felt like almost every night.
Yeah, but
he
you
had a
said
game
team style.
Yeah. But I mean, like he wasn't chasing points. It was I think it was game 3. He only had like 11 points or some shit.
Yeah.
But he was making all the plays that needed to be made. One thing I seen, and this is again why I don't want to bash Luka too much. He's never had a home playoff series. He's never been a favorite in any playoff series he's been in.
Okay.
And one of the big defenses that I've always made for LeBron throughout his career, whenever the finals argument comes up specifically with Jordan, LeBron's won 4 finals. He's been a favorite in 4 finals. Jordan was a favorite in all 6 of his finals that he won. So,
yeah.
I mean, Vegas ain't in the business of losing money. Like, that's obvious. They don't build them big fucking casinos.
Bron wasn't favored in that Golden State finals, was he? Like the 3-1
Yeah, he was a favorite in the Mavs final, though, that we beat him in.
Yeah, the Mavs finals.
Yeah.
The Mavs finals.
He's 4-4.
OKC finals, and one of the Spurs, and then the Lakers finals.
Wait. I'm so which one? You said he's been favored in 4 of them, Chris, or he had?
Yeah. He's been favored in all the ones that he won except for the Golden State series, and he's been underdog in all the ones he lost except for the Mavs series.
What are the Spurs? What are the Spurs? What are the Spurs finals? OKC finals, the Mavs finals, which he lost, and then the Lakers finals against fucking who did they beat? The Heat.
The Heat, yeah. That was
easy.
I mean, play the footage for Chris, man, because I'm about to argue, so I gotta go and get my L out the way.
Explain the Luka thing real fast. Do it one more time. You're not gonna bash Luka?
Oh yeah, I'm not gonna bash Luka completely.
We also do have to throw in LeBron missing a wide open 3. I don't care that he's not a 3-point shooter, Tonio. We can't just kind of let him skate by with that, where he should have made that fucking shot.
Billy,
yes.
Who scored the 12 points before that missed shot?
I'm
never comparing LeBron to Steph Curry. God damn, Chris in like 12 different houses.
But the whole point of that is to, like, maybe it's just me in specific, but I call out anybody that I feel warrants to call out regardless of what cachet or iconic status or whatever they have. I mentioned in our group chat, called out Belichick when he's been garbage the last couple of years. He needed to be fired. I call out LeBron when it warrants it. I just said Lucas played like trash the last couple of series. Like, nobody is protected from me talking shit about him if they deserve to be talked shit about. And it feels like Tonio's very picky and choosy and selective on who he bashes and who he defends.
Hey, to my point, LeBron still ain't Steph Curry. Still ain't Steph Curry. But Luka has been Luka since day one, Chris, until now. Who has he become?
It's his first bad series, though, Tonio. It's literally his first bad series he's ever had.
Yeah, Billy, but does it not count? If they lose it, they're going to be like, oh, it was just Luka's first bad series, so he'll get him again next time. No, it's Luka's fault. Whose team is it?
Yeah, it's Luka's team. Yeah,
Luka's team.
But like Chris said, they're not favored either. They weren't supposed to win this series.
And he's averaging a triple-double, but he almost every night he's almost 1 or 2 away from averaging a quadruple double in turnovers. That matters. And what I told Chris the other night was they still could have won that game 2 nights ago if he would have hit those clutch free throws. But what did he do? He wouldn't choke not one of them, but 2 of them. Bron get picked on by his late game scaredness, and they like every other superstar is better than him. Well, yeah. I don't know. I just seen one superstar because without a shadow of a doubt, Chris, and you can tell me I'm wrong, but I know I'm not. Luka is a superstar. He's not a star. He's a superstar.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You can't do that. Like you can't do that, and that's why I'm saying. Like I'm of course I ain't saying he sucked. I know he don't suck, but kind of shit in the bed. Kind of playing hero basketball. We see Kyrie.
So Tonio, let me just try to see if I can steer it in the way I think you're going. You're just saying Luka being a superstar needs the criticism that superstars get.
Exactly.
Not just the praise.
Yeah, I don't want Luka has a good game. Luka was amazing. If Luka has a bad game, the Mavericks got to get together. I don't like that. Like I don't think if it's either way, and Chris can tell me I'm wrong. If the Lakers win, LeBron had help from the Lakers. If the Lakers lose, LeBron got to be better. Age 47.
And that's what you get, though. That's what you get. But I think Luka, for some weird reason, Luka doesn't get that. Most superstars don't get that. And Kevin Durant doesn't get it either. And someone explained to me, because Kevin Durant said, I'm just a basketball player. That doesn't mean you miss all the criticism. Just because LeBron said he's the greatest to ever play doesn't mean that he gets more criticism.
And Kevin Durant still should be getting criticism. Because you go back and look at the playoff series, Devin Booker did what Devin Booker going to do. He averaged 33, baby. I can't really be mad at a motherfucker averaging 33 at all. Like, you mean to tell me you gonna give me 30 plus tonight? No matter it's an off night, you still giving me 30. So I don't know. And I think Luka is that superstar that he remind me of Bron with being able to do everything. Like he can do it all, other than Joker. But the Joker had them trash games in the Timberwolves, and he just took it. He was like, "Yep, it was me." That's what he said, bro. I don't know.
Let me just say too. I will say Luka has said the same thing, and LeBron has also said the same thing. Like, yeah, it's my fault we fucking lost, even when it's fucking not their specific fault. You have to do that as a superstar. It's on me.
But I also think that the Mavs play better some at points with Luka off the court. I know that's bad to say, but they really do. Kyrie doesn't.
I'm glad
they're losing.
Can I ask one question, Tony? It's just a question. I don't have a statement. But does it seem like the Mavs, like when Luka's not on the ball, does it feel like their offense kind of just, if he's on the court and he doesn't have the ball, it just kind of feels like it's a 4-on-5 situation? Yeah.
But the offense. So the offense flows better when Kyrie runs point. You know why? Because now
he's a point guard.
Shooting guard for that team. I think Luka's the point. But
we've seen Kyrie run point.
Yeah. But it turns Luka into like a pick and pop or a pop-up shooter. Like, I can drive and get that, boom. Or now that I'm driving, I'm drawing the defense, I can get the ball back to Luka with his IQ. He can make a better play or shoot the trade. It makes Luka more available, I think, when he on the floor. Because, of course, when he got the ball, they sending double team. They sending whatever to stop Luka from scoring. But I don't know. It's been a really weird series. Like Chris alluded to earlier, Kyrie's not being aggressive at all. I don't know, like, if it's a ploy, because that's what he was told. Like, hey, this ain't really, you really got to be like a quiet Robin or Luka, or is he just going out there hooping, trying to not cause anything? But it's like a lot of shots I seen Kyrie pass up on, and I'm like, Kyrie, you're Kyrie, bro. Like,
I think
it's not the Kyrie that I'm used to, for sure.
No, I think it's different because of the way he left Cleveland. I think that the Boston experiment was kind of weird. The Brooklyn thing was a little more weird. I think once he got to Dallas, he was like, all right, you know what?
Yeah, that's putting it friendly. That Boston experiment was a fucking disaster.
No, it was. And that's why they got better without Kyrie, which is just bonkers. Like any NBA team, you say, oh, yeah, we're better without Kyrie Irving. It's just crazy. But I think he really did take that to heart. And when he got to Dallas, he was definitely like, okay, I got to fucking change some shit up. And I got to understand that I am the Robin, where when he was in Cleveland or even with fucking Brooklyn, he was like, no, I could be the Batman whenever I want, as opposed to Robin has his days. Robin has saved the day a couple times in those comics, but he's still fucking Robin. He's not Batman. You know what I'm saying? And I think he really took that to heart, especially being in Dallas. Doing even now, especially doing these deep playoff runs with the specific team he's with, you know what I'm saying? So it's kind of one of those. But Tonio, let's go on to this boring ass Eastern Conference. Do we even care to kind of?
Not for real.
The Celtics just advanced.
Oh, they just
advanced right before we started.
Yeah. Donovan Mitchell gave him a scare in one game. He got hurt. Knew it was over. The Celtics getting the easiest cakewalk to the fucking finals that I've seen.
They're getting the Kawhi Raptors run to the finals. Is what's happening.
Yeah. Everyone's getting hurt,
bro. Because either way, bro, on either side. I mean,
excuse me.
I think the Knicks beat the Pacers, bro. But Jalen Brunson hurt. Mitchell Robinson just had surgery.
Tom Thibodeau has to stop running these players into the fucking ground. This is getting. Bro. It's so bad.
Dude, Halliburton's got I think a back and a knee or a back and an ankle too.
He's trying.
The whole East is just fucking falling apart.
Dog,
even Boston, it ain't a star for them, but they lost Kristaps, so
yeah. See, bro, the whole Team USA gonna have to be reconfigured by the time the fucking playoffs over.
I will say the last Knicks Pacers game I watched, the Pacers are awful on defense. It looks like they don't know what the fuck is going on, which is kind of crazy from a Rick Carlisle team. But they're just like, yeah, they can score. It just seems so fucking.
Jalen Brunson, you gonna drive and bump every time? All right, we'll let you do it. Let's drop 40 to 50 every night if you want to. Can't stop you, won't stop you. Yeah, I don't care to comment on it. I mean, if there's any Knicks and Pacers fans out there, sorry.
Good for y'all. I kind of want to see the Knicks win the finals just to watch New York City just burn to the ground because they're going to just.
New York basketball is finally in a nice place. It seems like Brunson's gone up there from Dallas, became the guy, and he's
could you imagine the Dallas team with Luka, Jalen, and Jalen's new form and Kyrie? Woo.
No, I don't. That's way too many primary ball handlers.
That's why he left, bro. That's why they got rid of him.
No, I get it. But if they could figure a coexisting way, I think it'd be nice.
Luke ain't ready for that yet.
Nah. Give him about 4 more years of this and losing in the playoffs. Be like, all right, let's do something.
Hey man, I did before we move on from basketball while we're still on the baseline, I think this was toyed around a little bit last year, but just out of curiosity, since Tonio's a Lakers fan and I'm a Mavs fan, who would say no to a Kyrie for AD swap? Because I feel like that makes both teams better.
Ooh, that's good.
We've already seen what Kyrie can do. I don't know if cap space will work. They're both max guys, so I just assumed it would. But we've already seen LeBron and Kyrie. We know what they can do together. And I feel like AD would be the perfect complement to Luka because he's an off-ball guy. He doesn't need the ball, and he can guard the basket while everybody just runs past Luka.
And he doesn't.
And he's good. He's an alley-oop guy too. So,
well, and AD not wanting to be a superstar, I think, is the best thing for Luka. All right, yeah, you're just really good, and that's it. Okay, cool. You don't want to take over the team? Got it.
Shit, I like it for LeBron because Kyrie, you remember what you wanted to do in Cleveland?
You got it. I'm old as fuck. Help.
and you know who will take that shit, Chris? LeBron. Hey, bro. Yeah, I'm just trying to make Kyrie the guy and back him up every night. Kyrie gonna score 35 every night. It's just gonna be. Only thing I see being a problem, Chris, is because of who's in the West, bro. You gotta it's a lot of bigs in the West.
Yeah.
but it's the big in the West. AD can't do shit with him though, but I don't know.
So who cares if we get a
I mean,
nobody?
nobody can really stop him at this point except Minnesota for a game and a half.
But if LeBron has shooters, hey, it don't matter. Let's
It don't matter, bro. Because the stopper is out in Taiwan, and we gotta go get the stopper back.
Chris, that was good, dude. That's money right there.
That's an amazing trade.
Yeah, that's like an NBA 2K trade where you're like, all right, yeah, and then it's like
I like it. Billy explained it perfectly. AD don't want to be a superstar. Luka is a superstar. It works.
And
perfect.
Bron also needs somebody that can play all 82.
I mean,
he's not really that guy.
I mean, AD played 76 this year, so he went down in the wrong fucking moment though. How the fuck you get hurt?
He'll be back to 56 next year though. Don't worry.
No, if he does it again, hey, like I said, if he does the same shit again next year where he plays every game, I will take street clothes off of his name.
Yeah, baby.
That's all I need.
That
was great.
The combine started. Bronny has been getting a lot of flack. We know we often hear, but the GMs and the scouts are really impressed because he started speaking. He started talking, and he was like, "Yeah, I know LeBron James Jr. I know what that name brings and all that, but I'm not gonna be my father. I'm gonna be LeBron James Jr." That's dope to say. And he said he would like to. Everybody wants him to score a lot, but he want to impact the team like White, Davion Mitchell, or Drew Holiday, and that made GMs like raise up in their seat and be like, "Wait, he just wants to affect the team for winning." I like that.
Look at what happened. Look at what happened to all these teams when they let go of Drew Holiday.
Yeah, bro. Well, even Derek White, bro. Like Derek White makes the Celtics so much better, bro.
Yeah.
Like, and I think it's because he finally cut his hair. I really do. You got anything else for baseball, Billy?
No, but I didn't have anything to add. I think you guys did spot on. Chris, with that trade, I didn't see that coming from for this segment. So that was just good. Like you said, the East is boring. Pacers defense is bad. Maybe the Knicks offense is good. But yeah, like I said, I want to see the Knicks win and see New York City burn.
Boston's 8-1 now? I did say they were just going to lose one game on the way to the finals. I didn't think it was going to be like this, but
yeah, if Thibodeau keeps just running them into the ground, Antonio is going to be stuck with that duck face forever.
Yep.
Gentlemen, report to the baseline. To the baseline!
All right, now we got some NFL topics for our NFL fans. Antonio is still stuck in the duck face position, and that's just what we're going to have to ride it out with. The NFL schedule.
You're looking like a black Sean Payton.
The NFL schedule was released. Chris, how do you feel about the Ravens Chiefs opening up this NFL season? Rematch of the AFC title game.
I don't feel as bad as Tonio having to turn his camera off because he got compared to a white guy. I'm actually pretty happy about it. I think it'll be a great game. I'm really curious how you feel, Billy, because I think it's a really shitty spot for the Ravens. I think they're they were – I don't want to say they were playing with house money because they were still playing the Chiefs, but it felt like last year the Ravens – like that could have been the Ravens' year, especially the way that they dismantled Houston.
Yeah.
And then to have to face that again in week one, we hear about the team that loses the Super Bowl, like the Super Bowl depression, or I can't think of the right word.
Super Bowl hangover?
Yeah, Super Bowl hangover. I wonder if the Ravens are going to have a little bit of a hangover from how their season ended, and then still – even if they come out and they're running on all cylinders, it's Andy Reid with the whole offseason to get new shit together on offense. And they're playing in Kansas City. I think it'll be a highly entertaining game regardless, from a fan, neither one of these teams are mine. I'm just a non-biased, just a football fan for this game.
Hey, bro, you should be a free agent. One of those teams could be yours.
Yeah.
I do think it sucks for the Ravens, though, Billy. Am I wrong on that? What do you feel about it?
No, you're not. The Ravens, for some reason, we get the fucking worst opening day games we've ever got. Last year we opened with the Texans. I was so thrilled. Okay, cool. We got a rookie quarterback. Let's just fucking dismantle him. That's what we did. It was really cool. CJ Stroud had one of his 2 bad games, and it was against us because it was the first start. So I was happy about last week's opener, or last year's. But the year we won the fucking Super Bowl, we opened with Denver in Denver because the goddamn Orioles didn't want to give up the parking space or whatever the fuck that meant. So we opened in Denver. And then the year before that, before we won the Super Bowl, we opened with the fucking AFC champion Patriots. And it's like, what the fuck, dude? Like, we just get put on this national scale. Like, we're a small market team that is getting pushed to the fucking moon to just go get. And I think the Chiefs are going to dismantle us. And I honestly, and hear me out, I hope we get dismantled, and I hope it fucking hones us, because it's hard to beat a team twice. And I feel like we're going to see the Chiefs in the playoffs. So I hope we get dismantled, meet the Chiefs in the playoffs, beat them, and move on, because we're not going to lose to fucking Buffalo or some other shitty fucking team from the AFC. But I am
Buffalo
upset.
might not even make the playoffs this year.
As a football fan, I'm excited. That's a great opener. If I could take my fandom out of it, yes, I'm excited that that's the opener. Tonio.
I love that. I think Baltimore wins it as well. I think I get it. It's Andy Reid. Motherfucker don't miss. But keep telling y'all, and I'm gonna keep saying it. What Travis Kelce are we gonna get back, man? Like, hey, Travis is becoming more tailored every day, bro. I'm
Not in a
waiting
bad
on.
way.
No, I ain't mad at him.
I
Like,
just want to throw it out there.
you can be in fucking love. I ain't mad at that. I don't want y'all to get us wrong, like we some tough guys and shit like that. Well, I mean, we ain't no hoes, but we believe in love and shit too. Yeah, man. I don't know, bro. What Taylor Swift gonna be, bro? What if Andy Reid decide? You know what? I just want.
It don't matter what Taylor Swift we're gonna get. You can bet Tonio gonna be here before week 2 starts. Oh, we saw Taylor Swift too fucking much on TV. I'm trying to watch a football game, not look at this bitch for 12 seconds of the whole game.
Yeah, bro.
True.
Too much time. It's too much time, bro. What if we get a bombshell, Billy? What if Andy Reid's like, yeah, I'm out of here.
No way. Andy Reid would have quit before. There's no way. Come on.
Reid has Mahomes and all the Super Bowls he wants in his future. I don't think he's going anytime soon.
Chris, man, he was on his way out the last time they won. And Chris, they had
that was the media saying that. Like he gave
He
no.
said it.
He said it.
When did he say it?
After the Super Bowl, he was like, "Yeah, it'd be really nice to retire on top." Like, that's literally what he said.
Yeah, he said that. And
Chris,
Kansas City don't know how to fucking treat him. They have fucking icicles in his mustache, man. They don't give a fuck about Andy Reid out there, man. They just care that he winning. They
can wear the black forces.
Yeah, bro. Like, he angry. He angry. That's what he's showing. Like, I will do something to y'all. You'll see my shoes. Like, but I don't know. I think Baltimore beats them. There's gonna be a lot that I think Kansas City might have that Super Bowl hangover actually.
From winning.
Yeah, crazy, right?
Yeah.
I mean, but it happens. We've seen it. Like, we've seen people win the Super Bowl. They play their season opener and get the shit kicked out of them. You're like, wait, they were just Super Bowl champions. I mean, eventually that team gets back to being great and shit. But, like, I ain't
curious though. The Chiefs, they did add 2 receivers that are going to be featuring prominently, and then I'm assuming Rice won't be there for the week 1.
I think he will be.
You think?
Because nothing
with this latest incident, I don't know.
Nah, it would have been I feel like it's not big enough, because if it was, it's like, I don't know if you guys are still like watching SportsCenter, but it's never been the lead thing on the show. And I think like the Henry Ruggs thing, that was the first thing they talked about every day for like 3 days. And I think that because Rice isn't talked about like that, I I think it's getting a lot of attention away from what they've lost on defense with Snead being gone. Because who's their fucking number one corner? Can you guys tell me?
So you think it's more about the lack of negative press isn't going to make the NFL feel like they have to do something?
Yes, absolutely. Because it's not, and it's like having the not negative press does wonders for an organization. You know what I'm saying? Where it's like the Cowboys, they always take those, and you can say this, Chris, but the Cowboys always take those guys that are kind of
They always take the guys that fall in the draft for character issues.
right, and it's like that's talked about. As soon as that happens, it's like, oh, here we go. But you take
all they need to do now is go sign fucking Adam Sandler for quarterback and Nelly to be the running back and Michael Irvin again. Oh wait,
and he just got fired from
done that
too. We were talking about the RG3 thing. He got fired from it. It's like, what the fuck?
He's trash on TV anyway.
Nah, he's good, dude. No, hold on. Fuck you. He's trash on First Take. Yes. On fucking Sunday Countdown on NFL Network, he's a fucking gem. An absolute gem with Mooch, Rich Eisen, Kurt Warner, and him. Perfect. I'm so upset that they let him go. I think that I do that every Sunday morning. That's what I watch for 4 hours before football happens. I'm very upset. You're fucking right.
Like Cowher and Strahan. Those are probably my two favorite. Cowher, Strahan. Fucking Jimmy.
Fucking hate Bill Cowher so much. But anyway, sorry for doing that.
That makes sense. You're a Ravens fan. I would expect that.
So we while we're talking about the opening game, the Jets have to play Monday night against the goddamn 49ers after a Super Bowl loss. I feel like Aaron Rodgers is gonna get sacked 10 times. It's gonna be so bad.
Hey, so what do we think this is? Because I feel like it's got to be one or the other. Either the NFL is sick of Aaron being a fucking talking all his shit off the field and all the negative publicity he's bringing to himself and the Jets. So they're just trying to like, hey, let's get this dude out here coming fresh off the Achilles where he can't move. They signed 37 new linemen this year. They ain't going to know how to block together. And they're facing the most ferocious defense in the league. Let's just send them out here to get killed. Yeah. Or it's either that, right? Or it's this man is fucking 90 years old now. He's coming off an Achilles, can't move. He's probably going to get fucked up at some point again. Or as Tonio likes to say, he's going to be a VP. So, you know, he's going to miss the second half of however he misses games. So they're saying, look, we just want to get him out here on prime time against a good team while we still can. Like it's got to be one of those two things, and I think it's probably the first one. They just want to see him get massacred on the football field.
Have Nick Bosa light his ass.
Nick Bosa not gonna hit him.
Why not?
Nah, bullshit. Roger Goodell gonna go in there and be like, "Hey, Nick, Aaron tried to free the slaves back in the 1800s," and Nick gonna be like, "Hey, that's it for me, bro. That's it. Can't have that."
God, stop! Oh my God.
He'll kill him then. He'll definitely kill him then.
Oh shit. Do we got anything else for the schedule? Tom Brady's gonna call the Cowboys Cleveland game. Are you excited about that, Chris?
I was until I heard the podcast he did on the Pivot. He made a point rather to state like, I forget how he worded it, but basically he's like he wants to focus on the praising of people versus being critical. So like he mentioned like Eli and Strahan and that Giants teams that beat him specifically. He was like, hey, don't take nothing away from them. They beat our ass. Every time I see Eli, every time I see Mike, I give them props on the win. Like to me, when I think of an analyst, I'm thinking like this is where they fucked up. This is what they could have done better. And then maybe praise where it's warranted. But I don't know that the Pivot podcast that he did with Freddie T, Channon, and Ryan Clark, like just kind of soured me on the hype that I had about it. Because if he's just going to be sitting there just praising people constantly, like I want to listen to Brady talk with everything that he knows about football and tell me like they should have audibled out of this play like Romo does. Like one of the reasons I love listening to Romo and CBS is, well, this is this kind of defense, and this is the route combination that they should check into to be able to beat this defense. And then it happens, and it's like, fuck, he just told me what was happening before it's going to happen.
Yeah.
Like I was hoping we would get that with Brady times 10. But if he's just going to sit there and be captain positive all fucking game, like just put Greg Olsen back out there.
No,
I thought he was gonna be positive the whole time. Though.
I think that was just his way to just like not be hated when he gets in there. Because I feel like Tom Brady's fixing to be real critical and be like, I can't believe that's what the fuck they did. That's so stupid. You know what I mean? I could just see him going back to like once he kind of gets into how it's doing.
You don't like him, Chris Romo glazed every good quarterback up like tremendously, especially Pat Mahomes. Romo glazes him like a fucking donut every time he talks.
Yeah, but I don't want Brady to be coming out like, look at Zach Wilson. He made this outstanding pass and escaped this pressure and checked out of the like. We see Zach Wilson, bro. He ain't done shit great.
Chris, you see how uncomfortable it was for you to say that? You think somebody else in the world gonna be saying you was fake saying it? You think somebody else gonna be able to say Zach Wilson and look at the throw in the same sentence? Nah. I think he'd be straight, bro.
Even Tony on there was a CBS call with the Jets that Tony was just like, "Yeah, well, Zach Wilson, he'll learn a thing or two from this," and he's trying so hard not to just be like, "God damn, this dude sucks." Like everything he was saying was just so, man, it was crazy.
Tom Brady's roast is funny too. Y'all should watch it.
So me and Brady were
watched it twice.
You watched it twice? God damn.
It's really fucked up.
Funny. I watched it. I came home, I think, from the show, and I started watching it while it was still live. And then I was so fucking tired, I just wound up going to sleep. And I finished it the next morning. And then I watched it again with Jessica, I think like 3 days ago.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, shit was so funny.
Nah, we was watching with the kids, and they were talking, like it happened to be a segment about clits, and they were eating popcorn and watching TV with us, and like the word clit was said probably like 10 times, and I was like, all right, hey, I gotta turn this off for my fucking children. Like I can't just have this going. All right, so while we got the NFL topic kind of happening during this offseason, the Lions, on top of paying Amon-Ra St. Brown and Penei Sewell, they just paid Jared Goff to a fuck ton of money. Correct me if I'm wrong. 4 years, 114 or 140 million, 141 million.
Who?
Jared Goff.
Wasn't it like 180? You're talking about the guaranteed money, right?
I think I read the guaranteed. I didn't see the whole contract.
So
I think the actual contract was like 212.
212 or 170 guaranteed.
Holy shit. 212 for 4 years?
No, 170 for 4 years. That's crazy. Without the 212. That is insane.
That's so much fucking money. But while we're saying that's so much money, is he in that market? Did he deserve that? We'll go to Tonio first because Chris hates every quarterback that's ever won a Super Bowl, so obviously it's a bad deal.
Shout out to Matt. I don't want to speak ill of Matt's team because we switched places. We talked about it this year, but I don't think I would have paid Jared Goff $170 million guaranteed. He did take him to the NFC Championship game.
Yep.
That's impressive, but
it's more than the Cowboys in 25 years.
That's true. I'm not taking shots at Judo Billy. I mean, Chris, we talking about this. I don't know if I would have paid Jared Goff. I don't know if I would have made Jared Goff the second highest paid quarterback in the NFL, only behind Joe Burrow. I just don't think he beats out some of these quarterbacks. And I know Matt will argue because he's biased, but Jared Goff makes stupid ass plays a lot.
Yeah,
like a lot of stupid ass plays. I don't know if he's worth $170 million, but
let me say one thing before you finish it. He was one drop away from winning that NFC title game. Let me just say that. Like, he was one drop away from going to the Super Bowl. Good pass, exact route, did what he was supposed to do.
Yeah, I mean, and like I said, I don't know if it's bad, Billy, but let's go somewhere close to home for you. The immaculate run that Joe Flacco had. Amazing playoffs. He went and got the bag and did what for y'all?
It doesn't matter. Super Bowl ring, and I've been going up saying this.
You said it don't matter, and I know he got the ring, but getting the money, like getting that much money, how did that transpire? You take your bias out of it. Take your he got the Super Bowl.
No, as a football fan, I think you get a ring and you overpay and you just suck for fucking 10 years. Who cares? You got a ring. It doesn't matter. You got one.
I think I'm spoiled.
Yes.
I might be looking at it from a biased standpoint. But a ring for when did the next time did y'all go to the playoffs? When Lamar?
No. We went the next. So we had a bad season. Flacco got hurt. We had a bad season the year after, and then we were very relevant towards regular season. We didn't go anywhere in the playoffs.
But y'all paid Flacco $150 million, right?
$167 million at the time, which was outrageous.
Exactly. And like I said, you might say it's worth it, but think about what you just said. Out the next season, Flacco hurt, relevant, but not back to the AFC Championship. That's a lot of money not to be doing that, Billy. I think, and I get it. Joe Burrow, we know what Joe Burrow can do if he healthy. Like we seen it. First year, all right, I'll go to the Super Bowl. My first year, I'll go to the Super Bowl. So
he got hurt, and then his second year they went to the Super Bowl.
I mean, yeah, my second year, my first full year, I'll go to the Super Bowl. I can do that. That's money well spent. We seen what he do. He'll win. Joe Flacco got the ring, but I don't know, man.
Would you rather do? Okay, let me change the question. Would you rather do what the Ravens did, go get a chip and then overpay a guy, or would you do what the Bengals did and got to a Super Bowl and then overpay this guy who hasn't gotten you back since? Or what about what the Chargers did?
Let me say this. I'm going the Ravens route, but I'm going with a caliber quarterback of Joe Burrow with that route.
Fair.
Because what was along with Joe Burrow having amazing playoffs, y'all had an amazing what?
Joe Flacco had the best playoff run of all time.
That's what I'm saying. But he had an amazing playoffs, but your defense was ass as well.
Yeah.
So I know Chris doesn't believe in this, but Billy, we play, football and we see what it does. No shots at Chris, but defense still wins championships. That was won Kansas City their championship this year. Yeah. Defense. Shout out to Chris for saying defense is not relevant this year. But I don't know, Bill. It has to be a quarterback of that top 5 caliber that I'm paying top 5 money to. I just think and I could be, like I said, I could be wrong, but if I'm giving you top 5 money, I expect to be in the AFC Championship
every year.
NFC Championship every year. Like, hey, this is not a one and done. We're just gonna build off of this and maybe even be in the Super Bowl next year. I want to see that the year after. Now, if the Lions dud out, we just lost $170 million because regardless of whatever, $170 million is guaranteed. That other, I ain't gonna say that other 30 million, 40 million don't matter, but it don't matter in comparison to 170 million. Chris, am I tripping?
No, I think this is just the going rate for quarterbacks who are considered good in the league. I'm actually surprised Kirk Cousins didn't get something close to the 50 mil a year mark. He only got about 40 a year. Goff's contract winds up being, I think, 53 if I'm doing the fast math right in my head. Do I think he's, just talent-wise, is he worth that kind of money? No. But, again, he's a high-level, upper echelon starting talent quarterback, probably top 10, I think. Probably a lot closer to 10 than 1, but I don't know. I think that's the rate that the league is at this point. And we don't have to like it. We don't have to agree with it. But with the cap going up as much as it's going up year over year, I don't think 53 million's as bad as it was. 40 million was when Daniel Jones signed his shit 3 years ago.
Yeah.
That's still stupid.
His ass. But I will say, let me just compare this because obviously that's what everyone else does. So I'm gonna jump the trend. So Jared Goff, since the trade has happened, Jared Goff has 12,258 yards. Matt Stafford has 10,938 yards. Jared Goff, 78 touchdowns to 27 interceptions. Matt Stafford, 75 touchdowns to 36 interceptions. And you could say that where the trade, this is probably, and I believe that we said this when the trade happened. It was one of the most even trades we've seen in a long time, where Detroit's getting a lot of draft capital. Matthew Stafford's going to a team that could win a Super Bowl, and then they ended up winning the Super Bowl. I think, and this is where I think me and Chris, we definitely argue about here about relevancy versus winning a championship. And I think Detroit is more than happy with being one of the top teams in the NFC, you know?
I won't argue that. They've been irrelevant for so long.
I was going to speak on that. Maybe they just care about being relevant right now because that atmosphere was made. That's probably the most revenue they bought in a minute.
And that buys into my argument where it's like some teams like the Bengals, like the Lions, like the Chargers, they're buying into relevancy. They haven't tasted championships. So their aspirations are different. You could say, oh, every team wants to win a Super Bowl. And it's like, well, you can want all you fucking want. But it's not going to change the fact that your actual caliber is going to be Super Bowl championships. It's just not. That's not the way it's going to fucking go. But we're going to go from one star-ish quarterback to a different segment on today's show. Our favorite non-superstar quarterbacks. Now, the criteria doesn't necessarily mean, oh, because they didn't win a ring, that's our favorite non-superstar, because you cannot win a ring and be a fucking superstar. I will ask before we go real quick, and I'm going to play Christian's video. Tonio, is Tony Romo a superstar quarterback?
He is indeed a superstar quarterback.
I just wanted to make sure that we're on
Dallas, like.
Yeah, if you play for Dallas, it's kind of hard to not be a superstar. Absolutely.
Cowboys quarterback, Yankees shortstop, Lakers primary scorer. Yeah, player probably better.
But let's get the Christian video so we can crush him as soon as this is over.
Fellas, what's up? If I had to go, who's my favorite quarterback of all time that wasn't a superstar and didn't win a chip? I'm gonna go with Mike Vick, easily for me. He wasn't the best passer, didn't have the greatest form. He could launch it. He had an arm though. He could put it down the field. Might not be accurate, but I'm going Mike Vick for sure. Electric. Like I said, wasn't a great passer, but on any given play, he could take the distance running the ball or just make something crazy happen in the pocket and complete a pass. He just was it was something to watch. He was special. He was wish he could have got a chip. He didn't, but yeah, it's definitely Vic for me, easy. But if you guys, from early in the week, our discussion about was Vic or Newton, are they superstars or not? Besides Vic, I'm gonna go also RG3. Man, I was a big fan of Griffin. He was that man. It was short lived, but I like RG3. That's what I'm gonna go with. Mike Vick for sure, but if you guys want to cancel that, I'll go RG3.
So Chris said two superstar quarterbacks. So that's
my favorite non-superstar guy is fucking Tom Brady and Patrick Mahomes. I think those guys are really, really good and undervalued.
Yeah. Shout out to Matt and that Michigan education that him and Christian received. Michael Vick has some shit called the Michael Vick experience. And you don't think he's a superstar? Like, he had his own cleats, Christian. For God's sake. Christian. Billy just told me 3 weeks ago if he was my cousin, I was in Michael Vick's shoes, he would have went to jail for me. You don't think that's a fucking superstar? Come on, Christian. RG3. Christian, what the fuck? Hey, Toyota, I'm telling OSHA or something. Y'all not letting them boys get no air in there or something. Something ain't right, man. I'm calling somebody. Christian said, fucking Michael Vick. I've never heard anything. Christian, god damn, Michael Vick. Man. Michael Vick. Michael Vick ain't a superstar.
And then RG3 after.
RG3 is at least slightly reasonable because his career was like 12 minutes long. But
in those 12 minutes, all we talked about was RG3. So does it fucking matter? Like, it does.
Fucking crazy.
You talking about Washington, Chris. when RG3 was there. Nobody fucking talk about Washington no more, bro. Hey, Christian, get some fucking help. You need some help. That's insane. Billy, I'm gonna start it off, and I hope I don't fit the criteria because Christian just made me feel like I'm dumb as hell. I might have said
I know. Me too. I'm worried about my pick because it's gonna be bad.
My pick, he was a high draft pick. I will say that, but I don't think he was a superstar. And he could have been. It's so hard, but I'm going with Vanderbilt's own sideline cigarette smoking.
Don't say Jay Cutler, please.
Jay Cutler,
God
bro.
damn it.
Did we all pick the same person?
You cocksucker. Ain't no way.
He was my backup.
Ain't no way.
I still got I got one more, but yeah.
Hey, Billy, and I told you I wanted to go first, bro. I told you I wanted to go first. Hey, shout out to our fans. That's a testament of how fucking tight knit and lit that me, Billy, and Chris like the same way wrong, bro. But dog, I'm going with Jay Cutler, man. Billy, you picked Jay Cutler too, bro?
Yeah.
Bro.
I was worried because the superstar might have been attached to him in Chicago when he got to the NFC title game because he did the sideline thing.
Yeah.
But I was going to talk about him smoking cigarettes.
Can't play the game, but riding a bike on the sideline.
Smoking cigarette, bro. That's really hard, bro. Bro, Jay Cutler was a gamer, dog. And I don't think he ever got that superstar status attached to him. And if he would have, I wouldn't have been mad at it. Jay Cutler was a fucking gamer. I don't know if the elites talk about him, but I'll just run down some of his stats. He got, and this is why he can't be a superstar. 1 Pro Bowl, 2008. And then the next highlight in his career is he's like on the 100 greatest Bears of all time list. Nobody give a fuck about that outside of Chicago.
Nope.
He was the SEC Player of the Year. Now that's hard.
Yeah.
That's hard, really.
What pick was he? 6th or 16th?
11th.
11th.
Yeah. But being the fucking SEC Player of the Year from Vanderbilt is crazy as fuck.
Yeah, he's pretty smart.
Yeah. He was first team all ACC, and he in the Indiana Football Hall of Fame. I don't know, man. I just think Buddy just smoking cigarettes and then going out there throwing a fucking touchdown or running for his life is like, this dude cool as fuck. Yeah, bro. And I'm just like, I don't even smoke cigarettes, but this is cool shit because I played football. If I would have smoked a cigarette, bro, I would still be on whatever field I smoked a cigarette on right now. After just running, bro. Hey, Bill,
you play quarterback.
You said what now?
It's not as hard as you think if you play quarterback.
Yeah, but shit look hard, bro. I feel like you got to think about too much, and cigarette clouds your judgment. Get what I did there?
It focuses you.
Yeah.
Notice how all this shit in the back is all out of focus? I'm focused.
I like that. Billy, want to expand on Jay Cutler since we picked the same person? I promise y'all before the show started, I said, Billy, I got to go first just in case somebody
did. And I was like, ain't no way he's going to take Jay Cutler. Whatever, dude. Go first. I don't give a shit.
Do you want to expand on it, or do you want me to go while you can think of somebody else?
Can you go while I pick somebody else? Okay. Yes.
So Jay Cutler was my backup because I just figured I had my first one, and then whenever Christian threw 2 out there, I started brainstorming who else would I consider, and Cutler was that guy. So not my primary choice. My primary choice, this is a guy that turned around a team that was 1-15 and made them 11-5 the next year. He is one of he led this team to one of their only double-digit win seasons. They only had one other double-digit win season from 2008 until they drafted Tua. Talking about the Dolphins, and my guy is Chad Pennington.
Oh, okay. Chad Pennington. That's fair. I got you.
Injuries absolutely destroyed his career. He only played in double-digit games 4 times in his entire career. But whenever he did play, he was completing damn near 70% of his passes in his best seasons, and he was averaging around 65 which we consider now like that's just if you can't complete at least 65, you're a bum.
Yeah.
That wasn't the case during the time that he played. He was elite with accuracy in a way that very, very few quarterbacks were at the time. Didn't have a great arm, but what he did when he did play was really fun to watch. And to me, he's the epitome of underrated. He was, like I said, always injured, so he's often forgotten about. But I don't know, man.
Did he play for the Jets second
Did.
or first?
Yeah, he got Jets
drafted by the Jets.
Yeah, I remember from the Jets. That's a good fucking pick. I've never seen nobody say Chad Pennington for it. But I like Chad Pennington. I don't know why I randomly think of him throwing the ball sometimes. I don't know.
And Billy can also be happy because that 1-15 record got Cam Cameron fired, and he then coached the Ravens offense, I believe, all the way up through their Super Bowl year.
Yep. What a time. Cam Cameron, good guy. I think I'm still so baffled that Tonio had Jay Cutler. So he took Jay Cutler from me, but I was gonna go Donovan. Not Donovan.
I think it's a person play for your team, Billy.
Did you think I was gonna say Steve Aaron McNair?
No. I thought you were gonna say Alex Smith.
No.
Was Alex Smith a superstar? He wasn't a superstar.
I think so. So hear me out, because I think when we see superstar, it's like attention. So it's like when Alex Smith got hurt, I think too much attention came to him to make him a superstar. If that makes any sense. But I'm gonna go Dante Culpepper. The only reason I'm going Dante Culpepper is I don't have stats in front of me or anything. Tonio took all my Jay Cutler stats, so the one Pro Bowl, that's where it got me. I was like, Jay Cutler only went to the Pro Bowl one fucking time. But he did make the cover of Madden in 2002, so I didn't know if that would kind of cancel out superstar. But I just remember watching those old Randy Moss days, and the quarterback, Dante Culpepper, obviously, he was still able to make things happen with his legs.
I thought about him too.
UCF guy made me really, when I was watching football, I'll never forget, like when you first, I don't know if you guys like remember your first like football watching like days where it's like you're watching
Buccaneers Raiders Super Bowl.
Was that
Buccaneers Raiders Super Bowl at my Uncle Bo's house?
Rich Gannon just getting crushed, huh?
Absolutely demolished. I think like 5 interceptions that game or some shit. Yeah.
I think it was 4, but still, it's like
times.
Jesus Christ. The tuck rule for me was like my first real one, but I remember Randy Moss because we watched the Dallas game where he fucking had 3 catches, 3 touchdowns, 174 yards. But Dante Culpepper, if you don't remember, he had like 75 rushing yards also, because every time Randy Moss went down the field, that whole side just left. So Dante just rolled out. I'm going to get 25 fucking yards because you guys are holding Randy Moss. And I just remember that was like one of the coolest things I've seen. I've said on this show, Donovan McNabb is my favorite quarterback, and I think Dante Culpepper is like Donovan McNabb light. So that's who I'm going to go with because I don't have my fucking Jay Cutler pick.
Still, I don't know, Billy. I think Dante, before his injuries, I think Dante was like name brand Donovan. And then when he had his injuries, then he was like off brand Donovan.
Well, Donovan had the Campbell's commercials. That was where I was like, yeah, that's too big to.
Yeah, it's superstar. If you got a national brand and you're the spokesperson, like, yeah, you can't.
Do you know how many cans of Campbell's Chunky Soup my mom bought me because Donovan McNabb's mom bought him that? I can't even.
Allegedly.
Yeah. Shout out to mom.
Good job. Fucking Campbell's Chunky Soup. Bet that wasn't even his mom in the commercials.
It was.
Let me ask you this: is Phillip Rivers a non-superstar?
Nah, he's a superstar.
You think?
I don't know. He's right there on the cusp.
One AFL championship in his whole career.
AFC.
Yeah, I'm sorry, AFC.
He didn't win the AFC title game.
That's what I'm saying.
But I think it's kind of like, so Phillip Rivers to me is always Carson Palmer, where it's like they were so good, but it's just like they weren't that.
They played in such small markets, like it's hard for them to be a star. They didn't have big brands either.
But Philip had the trash talk, the no cussing, the 14 kids. Like, I think it, you know what I'm saying? Like, that kind of had that next
Philip
level.
was fucking though.
Yeah, the same woman. Who gives a fuck? Sorry. Hey, I fuck my wife all the time. Like, okay.
14 kids.
What's that mean?
Can they not have 15 because he can't feel nothing no more because she got fixed? I'm curious.
I guarantee none of them.
She's probably pregnant.
Yeah. She's just
fucking pregnant now, bro. We just stopped counting.
But you got to remember the fact that he doesn't say cuss words. Number one, I'm always envious of anyone who doesn't cuss. I think that's like an amazing trait to have. I just wish I had it.
I don't.
But that was great. I know, Chris. Yeah, you're fucking awesome. Blah, blah, blah. Speaking of where Chris is fucking going to talk about how great he is because he doesn't watch things, Caitlin Clark made her WNBA debut. I also didn't watch. Yeah, Chris, I'm edgy too. I'm so cool because I didn't watch fucking. I couldn't find it. Also, I looked. I couldn't fucking find it. I don't know if it was like not in my market or whatever. But she had a disastrous first game in the WNBA. If you go to Twitter, Tonio and I are big fans of, especially Twitter After Dark and Black Twitter, are just crushing her. Rightfully so, because she deserves to be crushed because she played like shit. But I do think we can get into a little race a little race debate if Tonio's warranted for it or if Chris is warranted for it. She played like shit, and we should be talking about how bad she played. I don't think it has to do with her being white. I also, and before I get crushed by any feminists, we're saying she played against the best athletes in the world, and that's what's going to happen. And it's like, are they though? Is the WNBA the best of the best of the best? I don't fucking think so. I think her playing against South Carolina, that was playing against the best of the best. I don't think this is what her WNBA career is going to be. Tonio, before Chris goes and just says who gives a shit about women's basketball, you want to
go? She had a shitty game. 15, 20 points, 10 turnovers is crazy.
a Luka game.
She did have a Luka game. It was a welcome to the WNBA moment. The WNBA is really shitty to have their season start during the second round of the NBA playoffs. That might be, hey, WNBA, y'all want more people to watch? Probably don't have a game on the same time the playoff game. That's really, and I'm not saying that to be facetious. Like, dog, we'll watch sports, but you got to plan it better. Because, like, I don't think as many people that look like me right now watch baseball or hockey, the hockey playoffs right now because it's NBA playoffs. Like, come on, man. Y'all got to mark. Y'all just say y'all going to market better and still playing during the NBA playoffs. Even though it's mid, maybe y'all catch it when the Eastern Conference teams are playing or something. Maybe schedule during that. But yeah, come on, get it together. But it's just her welcome to the WNBA moment. I think the game is faster than she thought. These women are more physical. These are at the top of the top because they cut WNBA players like a motherfucker. Like they cut even the elite. Some of the really, really good girls got cut. So it's like, yeah, shit. She making telegraphing passes, doing shit that she was doing in college that you just can't do now, Chris. And I think she'll adjust. I don't think she'll suck. I think she will be more. Either she'll have to get in the gym and work on her ball handling because this isn't college, or she's gonna be an off the screen shooter for a very, very long time, which ain't a problem. But you know, can't go into the season averaging 10 turnovers, Chris. That's pretty fucking terrible. Yeah, I don't think she'll be ass though. I think she'll catch a groove, but I feel like it's gonna be this year. It's gonna be a lot of screen shooting for her because if she put the ball on the ground and gets the wrong teams, they're gonna rip her all the time. Her opening debut, she get beat by 18. It's a little rough. What you got, Chris?
I really don't think it's edgy at all. I don't know why Billy made an effort to point that out. The reality is the debut drew 2.1 million viewers across all platforms. She had just shy of 5 million in the NCAA tournament, and the NBA Finals last year drew almost 12 million average. So, I don't think it's edgy to say I'm not watching an inferior product. And the reason I put in our group chat, let people behind the scenes a little bit, I don't remember exactly what was said, but it was pointed out about how she played her debut game or whatever. And I was like, yeah, game high 20 points, LOL. If the game high in any NBA game was 20 points, nobody would have wanted to watch that fucking game. And this is her debut game. It's the newness of it that's drawing them 2.1 million viewers. I went ahead and looked it up. Zion Williamson, probably the last major college basketball star to come out from college to the pro league, he drew 2.7 million in his debut game. Nobody gives a fuck about watching the Pelicans for the rest of the regular season. True. I think the WNBA ratings are going to make a landslide for the rest of the season. They've seen it. The newness is going to wear off. It might maintain ratings for another couple games. But unless she starts playing well, and even if she does start playing well, at the end of the day, it's still regular season basketball. Even in the NBA, regular season basketball don't really draw numbers like that. It's a postseason sport. But yeah, I mean, congrats to the WNBA. They got their 20-year high in viewership, but I mean, I don't think it's going to be maintained. I think they may have slightly more viewership rest of the season. I'm sure Caitlin Clark will get better over the rest of the season, and she'll have a nice long career there. But I don't know. I'm struggling to buy into the WNBA becoming one of those mandatory viewing things, like NBA playoffs, World Series, NFL games in general, hockey playoffs for some people, college football on Saturdays, March Madness. There's so many sports industries that are considered must watch for just generic sports fans. Yeah, I don't think adding in WNBA, I don't see that happening anytime soon.
No, and I'm with you. And I think, but it's like you said, the highest rated game in 21 years or 26 years or some shit like that.
It was 20 plus. I didn't see the exact year, but more than 20, less than 30.
I do think that says something about people are interested in what she's gonna do, specifically her. She also the first and I wanted to get into the race thing, but I kind of don't want to play it quickly. But Tony, you think we can cover this in about the next less than 10 minutes? No? Okay. So we'll do it next episode. But I do think the WNBA could be exciting to watch. Like I said, I couldn't find it, and the reason I think I couldn't find it is because ESPN has the deal with the WNBA, and Tonio said it perfect. They're literally showing the NBA playoffs. Why the fuck? How would I get a WNBA game without ESPN Plus, without not watching the NBA playoffs, which I'm not going to fucking do. I'm not going to watch a regular season baseball game over a NBA playoff game either. Not to say that it's only the women, but I don't care about this right now because of what's happening right now.
Logistically, it don't make sense, and they need to get better logistics. I just not me trying to plug my job, just saying that just doesn't make sense. It's the whole summer. I don't know. I get why they can't start during the NBA season because most of the teams they play for be having their games go on, but bro, these people, I don't see why they can't do it. I don't see why they can't do it. Share the arenas, share the season. The Clippers in LA been doing this shit for 30 years, dog, and it's never been a snafu. It's never been a snafu.
Could they afford NBA arenas, honestly?
Well,
they're not bringing in the viewership.
It don't fucking matter, Chris. The NBA paying for them. They might as well. It might save the NBA some fucking money.
Instead of paying for your whole fucking arena that you have, let's fucking do this.
Because I'm 100% certain. Bless you. I'm 100% certain the Sparks play in crypto. I could be mistaken. But where else?
I think they moved to the Inglewood spot when the Clippers opened it.
Really?
I think.
Damn, legends.
This wouldn't be a good show without saying fucking sorry, John.
It would not.
But this has been a great show. We did about an hour, 20 minutes roughly. I think we covered a vast amount of topics in that 1 hour 20. But this is going to be the way the show kind of breaks up to where we don't have to talk and ramble on. In the descriptions, I'm going to let you guys know what time we're talking about what subject. So if you want to fast forward and get to our NFL beefs, if you want to get to what happens to be the women's topic, if that's what you want to just kind of cover down, you got 10 minutes of your day, you want to hurry up and just get a quick listen, watch in, do that. So we really appreciate you guys. Tony, you got anything for the fans?
It's my birthday, man. Well, in a couple minutes it'll be my birthday, man. So it'll be a birthday episode for me. Just want to shout out to God for letting me see another year, man. That's it. Shout out upstairs. Exactly. That's all, man. From Chris. When it Shadem show date, studio time again? Or show dates?
June.
I don't want nobody pulling up to you at the studio.
So the show date is we're going to be opening for Tesla at the House of Blues on May, I think it's 31st. It's a Friday, last Friday of the month. Those tickets can be bought on Ticketmaster or wherever else you buy tickets for a concert with bands that you would have heard of. So that's sweet.
Say that link in the group chat, Chris. I'm going to buy me 2 tickets I'm not going to be able to show up, but I'll buy the 2 tickets so you can have that.
We're not getting money on ticket sales.
Well, that's fucking gay. You need to talk to your manager and work that out.
We don't need to be paying like $1,000 with all the Ticketmaster's bullshit ass fucking fees. I hate Ticketmaster.
True that though, yeah. After you plug them, like, hey, fuck Ticketmaster. Hey, you can go to Ticketmaster, fuck them. But that's where you buy a ticket.
Shout out to our sponsor, Ticketmaster, but fuck them motherfuckers. Ticketmaster brought to you
That's
by.
the name of the show. Hey, brought to you by Ticketmaster. Fuck
them.
All right, man. We really appreciate you guys listening. Give us Tonio's gonna drop the audio, so just give us a listen on Spotify if you guys don't want to watch the whole video. Put it on your car, on your way to on your way to your job in the morning. That's what I'll be doing. We appreciate you guys. Thanks.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
BrickShots with Billy Antonio.
Fit them old bricks. All that like a with all these bricks.